What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video we are going to be doing the final tier list of the month, and this is going to be the tier list for the best centers. So center position is actually pretty good. So as I said yesterday, like, power forward position is pretty weak, to be completely honest. However, the center position is definitely a lot better. So pretty much I'm going to be ranking all the centers, and I'm not necessarily going to be ranking them on how they play the at the center position exactly, because if you guys are looking at someone like Karl Malone, he definitely isn't going to be great at center. However, he's going to be a pretty good power forward. So it's just going to be overall the cards and either their primary or secondary positions. So we're going to start off with Karl Malone. Karl Malone's good. His release is good. He's good going to the basket. He's just overall a good card. Do I think he's anything like absolutely spectacular? I'd say no. Do I think he's a very solid card and a great value card? I'm going to say yes. So, I don't know. Like, as a power forward, because of his like clamps and stuff, I'd be maybe considering putting him up in A. I'm going to put him in B for now, just because he is that little bit on his size, but I don't know. He's really good in defense. I'm going to put him A. Yeah, I'm going to put him in A. So, now we've got Nikolai Yogesh. And a lot of people have locked in for him, and a lot of people have a lot of MT tied up in him. And honestly, I don't think he's great. I am not a fan whatsoever of this card. Like, I think he's like he feels the exact same as someone like Bargnani. I know he's got Hall of Fame dimer, but look, how often does your center have the ball? Good, plays no defense whatsoever. I'm gonna put him in B, which is a bit weird because he's got like range extender and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna put him in B tier. So next up, I think I might have put I think it's my overall players tier list. I put Yao in C tier last month, but Yao is the lowest degree of difficulty card in this game. Yao is one player that if you've never played 2K before, you're still probably gonna be able to score with Yao. He's one of the lowest degree of difficulty players. However, he can't play any defense in the pick and roll, and for that reason, he is going into A tier. Will Chamberlain, he's fast. He gets boards, decent around the basket, can't shoot mid-range. I don't think he's a great free throw shooter. Also has got no clamps, although he does a decent amount of quickness for his height. A pretty good card, but again, I don't think that he's going to be an absolute game changer, and I think I'm going to put him down in B tier just because he doesn't bring much on offense. Like, he's not awful. Will's pretty good, but again, even for his price, unless you're trying to get Ray Allen, he is not good at all. Okay, so next we have got Dave Cowens, D tier. Dave Cowens is a undersized center, and like, what did 2K do? Like, Dave Cowens was pretty good in 2K18. His card was pretty good in that game, but man, 2K19 Dave Cowens, that was up there with the best of the best, man. That was up there with the best of the best cards for most of the year. And at one stage probably was the best card in my team. However, Dave Cowens this year, he is awful. He's absolutely awful. Then we got Ewing. He's like a worse Will Chamberlain. Gotta put him in C tier. And next we've actually got like a better Will Chamberlain in Shaq. So I'm gonna put Shaq in A tier. Some people would have him in S tier, but for me, I kind of need my centers to shoot the ball. He's pretty much useless unless he's around the basket. However, he's super fast. Like, Will Chamberlain's fast. Shaq is super fast. Shaq's also a better defender. He's got clamps. He's also got really good lateral quickness, so he can guard people on the perimeter. He's really good in the pick and roll as a defender. He's unreal. Especially if you are running someone like Simmons at the point when they can switch onto a big. The fact that he can switch onto a point guard is huge. So Shaq is, well, wouldn't necessarily run Simmons with Shaq, but Shaq is pretty good. And for a non-shooter to be an A tier, that's just a sign of how good he is. Because normally I would not have any non-shooters up in a tier this high. So then we got Anthony Davis. He is S tier. Without question. Davis has got basically everything you want from a center. He's also, basically he's an unreal rebounder. He's fast. He blocks shots. I'm pretty sure he's got clamps. He can guard people on the perimeter. He's obviously inside as well. And he's going to run the floor and hit jumpers. And also he's got gold range extender. So in pick and pop situations, when he pops into a range, like into a deep range, he is going to be able to hit the shots. And while he's not, maybe not quite, actually no, his release is better than Jokic. So while he doesn't have the badges that Jokic has, he's probably a better shooter. Then we got Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm going to put him as, he's probably one of the better ones in A. So Hakeem has got like, he's got a good jumper. His jumper's not great though. Mid-range shot is good. Fantastic post game. He's got good lateral quickness. And I'm pretty sure he's got clamps as well. So he's going to be a really, really good defender. And just overall really good card. Like Hakeem, do I think he's worth the 200k? Not a chance unless you are looking to try to get, what's his name? The Richard Jefferson, yeah? Unless you're trying to get him, he's not worth it, but he's good. He's a good card. Don't get me wrong, he's a very good card. Bill Russell is an A tier player. So Bill Russell pretty much has got, Bill Russell is like super, super fast. He can shoot the lights out with his Evo when he's up at 98. He's also a lockdown defender. Can guard people inside and guard people outside. And honestly, he doesn't do any, like there's nothing except for maybe like ball handling that he really needs an improvement in. He's got like a 93 3 ball with no real release. And Bill Russell is fantastic. Next, we have got Chris Bosh, who is going into A tier. So Chris Bosh is a great shooter. He can play all right defense inside, not like great, but not terrible either. As far as shooting centers go, he might be the best of them. You would definitely make an argument that he is the best of all the shooting centers. He's quite fast and rebounds decent, and is not too small, 6'11", but again, pick and pop. He's just a pick and pop god in this game, but again, not worth. He's not worth anywhere near the empty he's going for. So Thurman's not awful, but he's not good either. Like he's a bit undersized at 6'11", and again, it's not too bad, just like Bosh. Can block shots a little bit, shoots the ball a little bit. Well, actually, no, he shoots from mid a little bit, plays in the post a bit, catches lobs, gets boards. Like he's not absolutely terrible, but he's not very good. Tim Duncan is going into B tier. Duncan's good. Like Duncan's probably the best of B tier. So Tim Duncan is fast, can play in the post, can shoot the 3 ball moderately well. I just think his release is terrible. Like I have used his release plenty in this game. I've used his release every single time, or well, I've used release for the first while at the start, and I just was not a fan of it. Just was not a fan of Tim Duncan's release. However, not awful. Like he's not an awful card. I just couldn't shoot with him. But inside he's fantastic. Defense he's fantastic. But because I couldn't really score that well with him, he wasn't quite the inside player, something like a Shaq, and he doesn't shoot as well as any of the other guys that are ahead of him. Next up, we've got a guy that he shouldn't 100. Like Wes Unselt's not. He's C tier, or he's D tier, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. He is not absolutely terrible. There is definitely good things about Unselt. The problem is that he can only play center. He can't play power forward, and he's 6'7". Got a fantastic release, a really good shooter, really good stats, but again, he is a 6'7" center who can only play center, so he's too small to be in any way good, hence in D tier. Moses Malone is going into A tier, and he is literally, like Moses Malone is literally Bill Russell with a worse jump shot. That's pretty much it. Actually got a better release, it's probably a better mid-range shooter, just a worse 3-point shooter. Not quite S tier, but again, for literally free, like you can only get him for going 12-0. He is pretty good. Then we have got Marc Eaton. So Marc Eaton is going, not B tier, he's going A tier. He's going A tier. He's a 7'4" shot blocker who can play really well around the basket. Also shoots the ball moderately well from mid, can't shoot the 3, and is super, super fast and a lockdown defender. So yeah, he is definitely going into A tier. And you know who else is going A tier? Or actually no, he's going to go B tier. Murasan has gone down to B tier. I don't have him in this list and I completely forgot about him, but Murasan is 100% going down into B tier. And to be fair, Rick Smits is probably B tier as well. Forgot both of them. D-Rob is obviously going S tier. Still arguably the best center in this game. I think I'd be fairly confident that Bill Russell, Davis, and D-Rob are the 3 best centers in this game. Maybe you could argue Chris Bosh or Hakeem or Yao maybe. But apart from that, I'm pretty sure these are the best. But anyway, now we have got Alonzo Mourning, who is going right down here into D tier. Alonzo Mourning, I'm pretty sure has been D tier in all these. He's terrible. He is absolutely terrible. There is no reason to have Alonzo Mourning. None at all. And we got Tyson Chandler. Chandler is actually quite a good shot blocker. He plays some good defense. he's not awful either. I've used him a few times. He actually does a job, and he does it pretty well. Then we have got Bam Adebayo, who defensively fantastic, offensively leaves a lot to be desired. So defensively, he's going to be able to guard anyone. Offensively, it's like with Bam, he can kind of shoot. He's got a good release, but it's not a good enough jumper that I really think it's going to make much of it. Well, that it means people can give him a lot of space, and it's not a good enough jumper that people have to respect it. So I don't think he's bad. He belongs on the list, and he's definitely not bottom tier, but some people are going to have him higher tier. I'm not putting him any higher than C tier. Then we got DeAndre Ayton going right up into A tier. So DeAndre Ayton has got a really good release, really good shot block, and he's got a really good jumper as well as a really good post game. He's 7'1" as well. He's really fast, and overall is just a fantastic center. The thing about Ayton though is that before he's evoed, he's not great because he can't shoot the ball at all. But once you get him evoed up, it should take 2 or 3 games. He is really good. And again, those New Year's resolution players a lot of them are incredible. To be fair though, they're incredible because 2K just made the cards, and then whatever their weakness is, they just decided to give them all the badges and all the stats for their weakness. Then we have got Brook Lopez. So Brook Lopez going right here into B tier. Brook Lopez is basically, he can shoot. He's a Hall of Fame limitless. He blocks shots really well. He's just so slow. He is just so slow. Great in the post. He kind of does. If he was fast, he'd do everything well. Like, he's actually not the slowest in terms of like straight line speed, but like if they give him like 50 lateral quickness instead of the minimum of 25, he would be 10 times better, and he'd actually be. You'd be looking at this as a pretty good card, whereas you're looking at it as a very good card. Now you're looking at it as a pretty good offensive card and a poor defensive card. Then we have got Karl-Anthony Towns going right beside him in B tier. Basically, a little bit more athletic but worse shooting version of Brook Lopez. Then we got Joel Embiid, who is going right up here into A tier as well. Joel Embiid and DeAndre Ayton do the exact same job. Like, they do the exact same things well, the exact same things badly. Whichever one I prefer is honestly just preference at the time. Like, at the minute, I'm probably preferring Ayton. However, there was a stage where I did prefer Embiid to Ayton. But I think they are very even, and they both belong up here in A tier. Vucevic, again, not awful. Offensively, plays almost no defense. For that reason, I'm going to put him in C tier. Like, again, Ewing's like a good defender and alright offensive player. Same with Thurmond. Bam Adebayo and Chandler are just defensive players, and Vucevic is the offensive player. No way does he belong in that bottom tier, but yeah, he is kind of weak. He's weak. And he's not quite the offensive player of Cash. Clint Capella is bottom tier as well, and so is Willis Reed. These guys are literally just undersized centers that can't do anything but rebound. And I'm telling you, height matters a lot for rebounding. So, like, if they were really good mid-range shooters, or if they had really good releases and stuff, or they just did other things well other than rebound and catch lobs, they'd be higher than D tier, or if they were taller, but they're not, unfortunately. Then we have got Andreea Bargnani. So put him there. And Andreea Bargnani is going into B tier. He is pretty much a better Karl-Anthony Towns. But I do not think Bargnani is quite good enough to put him into A tier. B tier is also where DeMarcus Cousins is going. He's a pretty good offensive big and not terrible defensive big. And yeah, he is just another good card. A lot of people like him. I'm not the biggest fan of his release. A lot of people really do like his release though, so I'm not going to say you're wrong if you're one of them, but yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. Then we have got Dikembe Mutombo going down here. Yeah, I actually think Chandler is better than Dikembe, so I can't really justify putting Dikembe any higher than that. Dikembe is going to be, well, he's not going to be. He is a fantastic defender who can hit free throws sometimes, can shoot hooks, and can occasionally hit the mid-range shot. I don't think that's worth the MT, especially when someone like Chandler does all of those things the exact same, maybe even better, or with better badges, and he is a lot cheaper. Then we got George Mikan, who I am putting into C tier as well. Again, like, he was really good when the game first came out. Like, may have been one of the top 3 or 4 centers in the game. Jumper is really good. And when I mean really good, I mean like he's released one of the best in the game. He's also pretty small for a center at only 6'10". Got Intimidator Gold though, but like, I don't know how big a factor that is. Like a little bit of threat offensively, a little bit of liability defensively, but again, it's still a good card. And then last up, we have got Marc Gasol, who is going up here in A tier. I think you could actually make an argument that when you get Marc Gasol to Pink Diamond, that he is an S tier player, just because he gets clamps and stuff. But no, I think he belongs in this tier, and he's probably, as a 95, one of the lower ends of this tier. Like, I think if you're looking at A tier, the best of them is probably like Hakeem, Shaq, and or an Eaton maybe, and then like Malone, Bosh. He'd be definitely one of the worst ones in A, but I think he is still better than anyone in B tier. Anyway, yeah, that is the video. Myles Turner is one player I completely forgot, and I would probably put Myles Turner, not gonna lie, I would probably put him in B or A tier. I don't know which one yet. I haven't really spent much time thinking about it, but I'd say probably put him B tier, but would be saying that he's probably the best of the B tier centers, just because he can kind of do everything and spread the floor. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.